We live.
Starting off fresh with KPG. We starting off fresh with KPG. We started off first talking with G. We started off first talking with G. Then we went and added Corey. Then we went and added Corey. Added Prince, that's the KPG. We started off fresh with KPG. Added Prince, now it's KPG. Added Prince, now it's KPG. And we just talking with KPG. And we just talking with KPG.
What up, baby? Welcome to Talking with KPG. I'm your boy G. Underneath me, we got our dog, Mr. Prince.
What up, dog?
To the right of him, we got Decatur's realist, my dog Corey. And above my dog Corey, we got HBCU champ, Chuck Middleton. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, fellas?
Same
old everything. There
you go, man. It's a day to remember, man. It's a special day today. Man. So, I want to start it off like this, y'all. That's KPG's tribute to my favorite player all time, Mr. Kobe Bryant, Gigi. Watching those videos, watching
I ain't got my Bluetooth working.
The pictures. It brought back the hurt, the pain that I was feeling before, man. 2 years to the day, we lost Kobe Bean Bryant. So rest in peace to him, Gigi, John Altobelli, Carrie Altobelli, Alyssa Altobelli, Christina Mauser, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and Aura Zobanyan. Rest easy, man. Rest easy, man. So,
hey, man, I can tell it's in your throat, man. You know,
boy, that thing, boy, do it to me, dog. Do it to me, man.
Hey, sound like your renewal day. You know what I mean? I can hear. Hey, it's like Shout out to Kobe, but I'm talking about how you sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's tough, man.
Listen, look, you can't get past it until you talk about it. So you be all right, brother. Get it out, man. Talk about it. Talk about how you felt, man, that day, brother. Tell me how you felt.
Bro, man, I was in shock for a long time.
Let's do this here. I need you to paint me a picture. Where were you when you heard about it?
I was at the old house in the man cave.
Okay.
I was sitting there just chilling, watching a little TV, and then I heard my son Chris, man, yell like, "No, this ain't true. This ain't real." And he came running downstairs. And he was like, "Man, did you hear about what happened to Kobe?" I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" Because it wasn't on any of the channels at first. So I was like, "No, what you mean?" It was like, "Man, turn to the TV, turn it." They saying something happened to him. I was like, "Kobe? No, man." So then kept on turning, nothing. Then I went to Twitter, and Twitter put out there. Yeah, Twitter put out there, it's possible there's a helicopter crash. It's possible that Kobe Bryant may have been on it. And I was like, nah, man, this is a hoax. Because you get these hoax,
Yeah. Somebody died, right.
This ain't real. It's just a hoax. And then kept on getting more stories. And then it was Kobe and Rick Fox. And then it was, and I was like, this can't be real. And then ESPN came out with it. And it broke me down, man. It was hard seeing that. Hard seeing and thinking about what he was going through with his daughter on the plane, on the helicopter with him, what he had to, try to comfort her. It was a lot, man. It was a lot. So, man, I cried and I cried and I cried.
Right now.
Yeah. It's painful, bro. It's painful, man. Look, Magic Johnson was my dude until Kobe came. And then after that, Kobe was my dude after that. So,
okay.
It was hard, man. It was hard.
I tell you, then I give you stage, Chuck. I remember I'm sitting here and sort of like you're on your phone and just scrolling through stuff, and then the first time you see it, you like, man, they always doing that. They always doing, like fake news is always imminent. You always see fake news. And like I said, I got the Rick Fox, situation. I was like, Rick Fox, Rick Fox done too. Like, look, then when you see Rick Fox, I ain't dead. Rick Fox, I ain't nothing. I'm at my house chilling. And then I let it go. Then I'm getting text messages. My phone blowing up. I'm like, whoa, because I get CBS, I get CNN, I get ESPN. When they kind of alert you to breaking news. I got Fox, and I just got a bunch of them. I try to get local news, and all of a sudden it was popping. My phone just blowing, and I was like, oh man. And so now, mind you, I wasn't heavily invested, sort of like like yourself, but I respected the game. I respected, the Mamba. I respected, that killer instinct. You feel what I'm saying? And how you stop for a second, you're like, that his daughter was with him. That was my first thing. I was like, they were headed to a game, his daughter was with him. And then how it didn't sink in. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie. I'm your average guy until like network starts showing your highlights. You know what I'm saying? Network starts showing, how deep your game was, how much you were respected.
Right.
I'm that guy who, when you're riding in the car, and like I said, if they done played 5 songs in a row, you go, hey man, is he dead? When they done played 5 songs in a row, you gone, Right. And I was like, hey man, they've been showing Kobe all day. Then I was like, hey man, the Mamba was respected, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a fan of his game, but I wasn't a fan like you a fan. You feel what I'm saying? Then I realized how much his game impacted, basketball. So, like I said, I unfortunately I was later. I learned to I learned to respect him later on. I always said, I'm a hooper. I respect this game, but I respected who he became and what he contributed to the game later.
Right. Chuck.
Yeah, it just dawned on me that it was 2 years to the day. I was watching ESPN and I said, wow, it's really been 2 years. And I guess kind of like Corey, when they first started popping on my phone, I didn't believe it either. I called my brother, he kind of like G, lawyer Kobe, Laker man. He didn't believe it at first either, but yeah, it was tough. Me and him been back and forth as far as Kobe's concerned. I was kind of like Corey, I'm a fan of NBA, but I wasn't a fan of Kobe. Until I go ahead and say this, until LeBron came to the Lakers, I was LeBron, and me and him would always go back and forth about LeBron and Kobe.
Right.
And but yeah, it's just a terrible thing, Not I guess the fact, like you said, that his daughter was on there too, but then you have to remember, like you read out tonight, the other families that was touched on the same day too. I know Kobe was the star, but there's other families that was affected by it too. It's a terrible day for sports in general.
Yeah.
Prince, my question to the guys were, and I know you're a heavy Lakers fan. Tell me where you were the day that Kobe died. Tell me, like when it hit you, when you got impacted by it, the day that Kobe the situation happened with Kobe, with him dying.
Oh, I was in the house. I was off that day. Pretty much just checking out the news and stuff, and then I got something over Facebook or something like that. Then I turned on the news and seeing what was going on with it, man. And then we all just sat around, me and my wife and the kids, and just couldn't believe it. We were just dumbfounded by what happened. So like I said, it's a good day to tribute him, but a bad day at the same time, man. So I mourn this loss, man. He was my guy at the Lakers, and LeBron will never be able to replace that. Period.
You think LeBron was brought there to replace the lure of Kobe?
I don't know, but I've never been a LeBron fan from the jump. I'm the reason I cheer for him now. It's because he's at the Lakers and I ain't got no choice. So hey, it is what it is. But nobody's gonna replace Kobe, period, bro. And that is just like I said, he's a great player, and sad to see he died, and his daughter and everybody else in the crash, and it's just he was a big part of the NBA.
I'll tell you something I did do then. I'll let you blaze on with it. G, I did buy his last pair of shoes.
Why?
I worked in them. I bought. Yeah, I mean, because we had to wear black shoes. I always wear different shoes. G will tell you.
Supposed to put them up on the shelves and wear them every now and then. No, working. Yeah,
it wasn't like that. No disrespect.
No.
I'm supposed to just put them up. Okay, case them up.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I wore them. Like I said, G will tell you, I was always I'm a shoe guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sneakerhead.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, I wanted people to see them. I got them on. You know what I'm saying? I'm
nice. I respect that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I deliver in some J's. You know what I mean? I just want you to see my footwear. You feel me? So when that happened, that was in more ways than one my tribute. You feel me? To the guy who, when like my dad would always say, you made it when. Like when you say Jordan or Kobe, when you playing ball, it's one name. Yeah, when it's one name, that's it, man. So big shout out, man.
Big shout out, man. Big shout out to my dog.
Hey, G and Prince, I got one question for you. Since we're talking about Kobe, I saw this today. What would you consider your top 5 or top 3 Kobe moments
on the court?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine?
You can go first, Prince. Go ahead.
You sure? My top 1 moment is when I'm just saying, dog, because you might get long-winded. Me too. But I'm just saying, dog.
Give me one.
Number one.
We'll need but 3.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with number 1. Okay, what you mean 3? He said 5, didn't he? He miscounted.
3 or 5.
He said 3 or 5.
No. You can't change it up in the beginning of my soliloquy, bro. That's blasphemy.
You got 5 of them. You got 5 of them.
Okay. All right. My number 3 is when he threw the alley to Shaq and we won the championship that year. We went on to achieve. Okay. My next one is when he scored 63 on Jalen Rose.
81.
I'm sorry, 81. Thank you. On Jalen Rose. But my favorite is when he scored 60 in his last final game on the court, and nobody could touch him. They kept giving to him, and he, no matter how windy it was, he kept shooting, and then his last thing was Mamba out. That's my favorite moment.
Okay. I'm gonna give you 3 of them.
Hold on. Since you deep, man, I want to go. Then you go. Look, you're
not even a Lakers fan. How can you go if you're not a Lakers fan, bro?
I got Kobe.
No, but see, he didn't ask you. He asked G and me. So you got to go ahead. I'm messing with you.
You asked all of it. This is me and Prince.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I see if you're a Lakers fan, but yeah, let Corey do his too.
Go ahead, Corey.
Look, I got moments.
I need to gather myself. I've
been saying, gather yourself. I got moments.
You got tissue?
I got 3 moments. All right, my first one.
I got my tissue here, man. I knew it was gonna be one of them days.
my first Kobe moment was when he was checking Jordan in the All-Star game, right? And they were talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you talking to MJ? You know what I'm saying? He was learning, but then at the same time he ended up, they were going back and forth. It wasn't an All-Star game. It was just a regular game, and I think it was when he was a rookie.
No, it was All-Star game. No, it was All-Star.
No. I'm saying when he was a rookie.
But when he was talking to him, it was in the All-Star game.
He talked to him a lot, bro. He talked to him actually when they were on the court a lot. So he was ended up checking Jordan, and they were going back and forth on shots. Now Jordan ended up winning eventually. But Kobe, he was just asking them. They were sitting there next to each other. How they always, hands on knees or whatever, kind of talking. But he was asking them why they were playing. You know what I'm saying? Like getting knowledge from him then. So that's my first one. My second one is on the commercial, like you said, with Jalen. It was a commercial with Jalen Rose and Jalen. They were in a restaurant, and Jalen come on, hey man, how you doing, man? And it was like, how long you been here? How much? Something 81. How many olives?
What you want? Yeah, what you want?
Right. And I thought that was like, jabbish, but it was a funny commercial to me. That let me know, Kobe was commercialized or whatever. Third moment for me. Was Iman Shumpert. His story when he was saying when he played against him, he said, I'm going off. I got 2 steals on Kobe. I got 28 points going into the third. I'm waiting to tell my brother, listen, I got it, man. Listen, I've been doing Kobe. He said, Kobe, come over, tap him on the butt. Boom, you had a great game. He's like, yo, bro, what you on? He said, did Kobe come down 2 steps over half court? Laced it. He said he got 17 going into, within like 4 or 5 minutes. He said, yo, bro, what you doing? What you on? He said, D'Antoni looking at him like, check it. Hey, man, I can't do nothing with this dude. End up, in the fourth quarter having like 22 points, but hey, man, you had a good game. Like, basically, I've been just suppressing all this. Now I'm finna turn it up and win the game. So I thought that was some great, like good stories. But I ended up having to watch that game just to see what Shump was talking about. And in typical Kobe fashion, he was there lacing it. So, yeah, man, that was just one of a few stories. Hold up, my last story. Allen Iverson. They were at a restaurant and they were asking Allen Iverson, who was his top. And he was like, y'all act like y'all forgot the Mamba, man. He said he's one of the best. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. The Mamba. So when you got guys like Allen Iverson giving him shots, those are my moments, man. Give me, man. Give me my moments. I got Kobe moments.
My, and I don't think I have them in any order, but I'm just gonna start. One of them is him and Matt Barnes going at it under the basket. And he and Matt, they were throwing little elbows here and there. Matt was a bully. He tried to be physical with everybody. So he was trying to be physical with Kobe. Kobe knew what he was trying to do, so he wasn't gonna let him get in his head. So Kobe was walking around like, hey, ain't nothing here. So Matt Barnes goes, man, he goes to throw the ball in bounds, and Kobe's in front of him. And that man pumped the ball at Kobe, man. And normally somebody, would jump. Kobe just sat there chewing that gum like didn't budge, didn't flinch a bit. So that's one of them. Yeah. The same one that Prince was talking about, the alley-oop to Shaq, man. That comeback against Portland was like you said, the catalyst to move us into the championship. We was down 17, and he and Shaq, man, took over that game and brought us back. So that game, of course, the last game is 60-point game, the 81-point game, of course. But for me, was the game in Indiana when Shaq fouled out in the finals. It was game, I want to say 4, and Shaq fouled out. Everybody thought it was over because Shaq was dominating. He was killing some Rick Smiths down there, and Kobe's like, "Hey, I got this. Don't worry about it. I got this." And then Kobe went off in that fourth quarter. Went off, man. And that was actually the point where you said, you know what, this might be Kobe Senior. And I think doing that when they won the championship that year, that's when Shaq said, "Hey, this is the baddest man on the planet right now. This is the man right here." So those are my moments for Kobe, man. That I still remember and still smile every time I see. So
that's what's up, bro.
Yeah. All right. So let's transition, man. So we're speaking of people leaving too soon, too soon for some people. New Orleans Saints head coach Sean Payton threw up the deuces. He had a great tenure, man, and I didn't even realize what him going to that city meant for New Orleans until I heard some New Orleans people talk about what he did for the city. Give me your thoughts, man, on Sean Payton leaving New Orleans now, who I think is going to be in shambles for a while.
Yay! Yeah.
Well, it's your division, Corey. Let's start with you, baby.
All right, man. Listen, this is a happy day for a Falcons fan.
Why?
Because that coach have beat he. What you mean? Why? That coach has literally beat us down for 16 years.
That still suck.
It's my rival. It's my rival.
Tampa Bay's your rival.
Huh?
Tampa Bay's your rival.
No, it's not. Tampa Bay has never been our rival.
Man.
Tampa Bay, listen, first of all, let's go back to the past 25 to 30 years.
Go back.
2 star teams in our
division. You're not that old, Corey. You're not that old.
What you mean? I'm 65 years old.
You're not that old.
What I'm saying is, as a kid, huh?
How old you say you were?
65.
65. What year were you born?
1914. You were born 1914.
Hey, look.
That's when you were born. That's when you were born, bro.
Go ahead, man.
When I was a kid, man, let me tell you how sorry these two teams were. All right, so it was this thing that we call it was a twicket. I don't know if y'all remember this. We had a twicket. If you went to Six Flags, you had say if you went to Six Flags, on the back of your Six Flags stub, it was called a twicket, where you can on that same stub take this to the Atlanta Falcons Stadium, which was Fulton County Stadium at that time, and get in the game with your stub from Six Flags. They just wanted you to buy food when you got there. The ticket wasn't, listen, just show up, to a Falcons game. So it was called a 2 tickets in one. So they call it a Twicket. You know, that was Six Flags. You know, their deal with, all right, if you come to Six Flags on Saturday, and you only could do it on Saturday. You got to come on Saturday, and then your next on the weekend, hey, go by Atlanta Falcons Stadium and watch them play. You know what I'm saying? And we had two of the most terrible teams that were out there, and we used to play the New Orleans Saints. They were the bagheads at the time, and they were just two teams playing hard to try to get a win. So to this day, you know, that's been our rival. You know, going to Atlanta, coming to Atlanta, you know, to have a good time, and then Atlanta going to New Orleans having a good time. So let's go back to the question: how I feel about this man who has beat us up for the past 16 seasons. All right, I'm gonna have to transition just a little bit because it always reports back to points back to the Cowboys. So all day today, all day yesterday.
Corey.
No, let me finish. Let me finish. You can tackle me all you want. Jerry Jones and the Cowboys name have come up with this man throwing the deuces to the New Orleans Saints. He has 3 years on his contract. They're already putting this thing in. Like I was watching on Get Up, Jerry Jones, you know, trying to figure out some kind of way to buy the rights to Sean Payton because he still got 3 years on his contract. He's still not saying owned by the New Orleans Saints, but you know, Jerry Jones wanted him a long time ago. It's from what I'm learning. But it's already Cowboy magnetism. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's gone out of my division, but why is it that when this man, you know, I think he's the most sought out coach right now, though he just say he's going to take off a year. But why does it always come back to the Cowboys?
Well, you know,
Yes.
I mentioned that on the last show. I think I asked that question. Was Jerry Jones waiting to do what he was going to do with McCarthy to see what Sean Payton was going to do? But I didn't know until I heard some history today that at one point he actually coached at the Cowboys.
Yeah, offensive quarterback coach under Bill Parcells.
He brought in Tony Romo.
Okay, let's do this. G, go ahead, G.
No, it's on you, baby boy. It's on you.
G, you frozen? You frozen in time?
No, it's on you,
G,
baby boy.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, Sean Payton, after he quits his contract with the Saints, hopefully it's not a void. That's what I'm hoping on. But if it's anything like anything like John Gruden's contract, you know, when John Gruden went to Tampa Bay, they gave up 2 first-rounders, they gave up 2 second-rounders, and they had to pay $8 million. So I don't expect Jerry Jones to give up the house like that, but I cannot say he won't. I don't want to have to go through the rebuilding process, but as long as we're intact right now, because you got to understand something. Parsons, Diggs, and are all on rookie contracts. Lamb is on a rookie contract. So right now they're free for next year. So you could make a move like that if possible to pull in Sean Payton. Now, him and Jerry Jones have been close. I mean, ever since he wanted to hire him as the offensive coordinator at that time, but he couldn't and let him go because Bill Parcells didn't want him there. So now he could say, I'm going to take a year off, and he just might take a year off. But I just look at it like this. A certain amount of money, and it'll change your mind. And like I said, if he gives the house that they gave for Gruden, I think he's a way better coach than Gruden. Because Gruden went to a makeshift team, but you know, your boy built his team in New Orleans. He built it to where they were in at least the second round for a long time, and then they won the Super Bowl. So Payton has showed what he has to do and what type of coach he is. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I think Jerry Jones, with as much money as he has, he can make anything possible. G.
Are you finished?
G. No, I ain't done. I'm not gonna talk all the show, so I'm letting G get in. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. If G could come on, stop smiling, and go ahead and put his input in, we can get on.
Okay, well, I think what he's done for New Orleans is great. I think he's gotten them a Super Bowl. Like you said, they were the trash bag over the head fans for a long time. So what he did for that,
coming right back.
right, for that team, for the New Orleans community. I mean, he helped build that thing back up. So he's done well. As for what Corey brought up, the Cowboys, I know it's a lot. As always, and I think I've told y'all this before, is always something happens with a coach, a player. Somehow the Cowboys get involved in it. Somehow, it just sounds good. It just sounds good for him to come there. He's not coming there. It looks like my dad said the same thing. Possibility of him being in Dallas. He may be heading to Dallas, he says. Mike McCarthy is our coach.
No, he is not.
Mike McCarthy is our coach. Okay. I've been on Twitter all day talking about this. Sean Payton is no better than Mike McCarthy. He has done nothing. Right. He has done nothing.
No, he's not right. No, he's not.
Done nothing more than what Mike McCarthy has done.
That's fact.
It's not facts.
All it is just a lot of people just don't like Mike McCarthy. Now, once it's all said and done, everybody want to go back and look at what he hasn't done. Oh, he was terrible at clock management. Oh, he was terrible at this. How can you be terrible at clock management, but your team led the league in points scored at the end of a half and at the end of a game, and points against at the end of a half and the end of a game?
Because he overcame his poor coaching and his poor decision making. And Sean Payton has a way better record than Mike McCarthy. Come on.
That's not true. No, they don't.
That's not true. That's not true.
All right. I'm gonna tell you why. All right. So Sean McCarthy is 152-89 over 16 seasons. And Mike McCarthy is 131-87 over 14 seasons. That's the same thing, brother. Same thing. He got 2 more years of playing time than Mike McCarthy.
Well,
same thing.
Okay. So they're about even. Okay, so about even. Okay, okay. All right.
I asked a question about Sean Payton, but the reason I think Sean Payton won't go to Dallas, because what I heard today is that Sean Payton is kind of like a no-nonsense guy, which means that he's not going to stand for Jerry Jones trying to run the show while he's the coach.
You might be right, but another reason why you don't want to go there, because your Washington Redskins have no chance at all. They thought they didn't have a chance last year, but wow, they go this year. Oh my God!
See, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it. So we sat here and talked about all these stats and everything that Dallas has done this year, but when it all boils down to it, while we're on this show right now, and on this Sunday coming, nobody's team on this screen is gonna be playing. So all the stats you had last year,
we can't talk junk.
It don't make no difference. I don't care who your coach is.
Oh my God!
You at home. Welcome to the party.
I'm gonna look how this is. Look how you got crossfire there, Corey.
This is the smallest violin in the world. I'm still gonna talk junk about Washington because it is what it is.
But it's not gonna get you nowhere. We're in the same boat. We're in the same boat. You played one more game. You were talking junk
about Dallas and Washington was been out, but you still was saying some stuff. So what's the difference?
You played one more game, Prince. One more game.
I actually got playing the violin.
So Prince,
I give you some cheese to go with that wine, though.
I'm not whining because at least we made it to the playoffs. Go ahead.
What James said. So why you like Peyton over Mike McCarthy?
I think good question, James. I think he's a better person to galvanize the team and play hard. I think Mike McCarthy, a little soft. I think, yeah, like Chuck said, he's a no nonsense coach. And then you're right, Chuck's right. I like to play around, but it might be kind of hard for Jerry Jones to sit there. But if we want to win anything anytime soon, he's gonna have to accept that. He's gonna come in. He's gonna be no nonsense. He's gonna put their nose to the grindstone. He's gonna make them be accountable for turnovers and penalties. Man, you know how many penalties we had? It was ridiculous. Okay, and he's gonna want the best out of everybody at all times, regardless special teams, offense, defensive line, coordinators. He's gonna want the best, and that's what we need. We need somebody who's gonna come in and be that. Now, like you said, Jerry Jones, he you know, if he doesn't want that, then I don't know what he wants. If he wants a championship, he's gonna have to change his whole style. But we'll have to see what happens, man. I mean, I think he's really best for the fit right now. I mean, because if you look at it, who's out there, if you had a choice between who got fired, who would you pick?
The crazy part
If
is,
you had a choice of all the coaches that got laid off, who would you pick?
there's nobody to pick because he's not finna be fired. You know what I'm saying? We're speaking fantasy firing coaches.
No,
you know
but my point exactly. If Sean Payton against who? Sean Payton or who? Who else?
Dan Quinn, Kellen Moore.
You freezing up, Corey. I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Y'all went 12:30 dark.
I didn't say anything. Yeah, Galen talk. Go ahead, G.
Mike Flores.
G, go ahead.
Jim Caldwell.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
I'm saying, you said who he's against. Those are the coaches that he's against right now.
Okay. Who would you pick to lead your team that you think could actually go to the Super Bowl or go to at least the NFC East Championship, G? I mean, realistically.
For which team? For which team you talking about?
Our team.
Mike McCarthy.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Corey. Go ahead.
I'll say this here.
Go ahead.
And
he's not gonna. Dude, he could do it this year, G. I'm sorry, Corey. Hold on. He could do it this year. What makes you think he can do it next year, bro? I mean, really, bro. If he couldn't do it this year, what in the hell makes you think he can do it next year, man?
Because you get better, you know.
Seriously.
After you've been with your team another year, you try to get better. I mean, that's the whole point. He got better from the first year than he did, so he's getting better.
I think y'all gonna get bad.
He still has some flaws.
Huh? If y'all lose both your defensive offensive coordinator, I think y'all gonna take a dip.
Huh?
Now, I think the
Cowboys breaking up, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, I think the Cowboys may end up taking a dip if they lose DQ and Kellen Moore. But what I'm saying is, I'm trying to give you a few flowers here. You didn't like him last year.
No flowers.
You ain't like him this season. So there's no way I can give you any help because you didn't like the dude 2 years now. You've been trying to get rid of him. If you were the GM, he would have been gone. So I said we've been dealing with this for a minute now. Now at the same time, if we're gonna speak fantasy wise, okay, I can see Sean Payton because there's so many stories that's connected with him and Jerry Jones and how Jerry Jones wanted him to be his. He wanted Sean Payton back in the Parcells days. You know, he's been kind of coaxing him and talking to him for a while now. It just never happened. And to come out, 152 and 89 over 16 seasons, to Jerry Jones, that's a gold mine. So let me paint this picture for you. Then I move on, or let somebody else get it. The only thing I could see with having Sean Payton is the same thing I see with him, this year, or it may have been last season. I think it's this season. What's the black quarterback over there? Crab Legs throws a crazy ball. Huh?
Jameis Winston.
And listen, Sean Payton lit in his shit. You know what I mean? When I'm telling you, it don't matter who you are. Sean Payton is in your face. Throw something stupid. If Dak Prescott throws something stupid, throw something in the dirt, throw something, crazy, as opposed to Mike McCarthy who does this here, and just look at you. Sean Payton following you down the line. Get over here. So there is a difference in level of coaching. There is a difference in, how they do their thing, their level of moxie, their level of excitement, their level of intensity. Sean Payton has that level of intensity. Mike McCarthy is more of a, but I keep going back to the same thing. You have a Super Bowl winning proven coach. Why are we talking about? Why is he going? Why is he getting scrutiny?
Go Sean Payton.
Why does he get so
Corey,
much
I
scrutiny?
apologize. You guys blacked out for a minute, so I didn't hear half the things you had to say, but I caught the end of it. But Sean Payton is a Super Bowl winning coach too.
Right. So you want to get rid of a Super Bowl winning coach to put in another Super Bowl winning coach. You want to put in the same coach.
No, I want to get rid of a coach that can't manage. I want to get rid of a coach that can't manage the damn game. That's what I want to do. That cannot galvanize a team to come out there with the enthusiasm to be like, we're gonna die on the field. We're gonna play our asses off, and we're gonna get the job done.
Does he get any credit for 12-5 this year?
We give him some credit. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I'll give him some credit for that. But there's a lot of games in between the season that we should not have lost because our team wasn't galvanized. It was not. They felt like, okay, it's okay to go play loose, but we're in here. We're playing for money, playing for family, we're playing for our division. We're playing for what we need to. I don't think he's not a leader of men. I don't think he can galvanize the team.
Should
come out there and put it all on the field.
Should Green Bay get rid of their coach? They went 14-3. Should they get rid of their
hear
coach?
me, everybody. Okay, yeah, okay.
Prince, should Green Bay get rid of their coach? They went 14-3 and lost their first game. They weren't galvanized when they got him on the field.
Well,
he didn't galvanize them.
If they feel he can't get the job done, Aaron Rodgers leave it anyway.
Ain't going nowhere either.
Ain't going nowhere.
Well, see, CJ, what you're trying to do is you're trying to compare other teams that they were the number one seed, bro. Of course not. We weren't the number one damn seed. They were the number one seed.
That's even worse, right? Isn't that even worse? They the number one seed and they got knocked out in the first round
at home.
At home.
Okay. So so let's just agree to disagree, bro. Because me and you are never gonna see the same way with Mike McCarthy, and we're killing the show. We got 15 minutes left, and we're not gonna agree. Period, bro. I think Mike McCarthy should be fired and replaced.
Okay, well let's move on.
I mean that's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
Okay, let's move on. I mean, there's a lot of people that thinking the same way you think. I was on Twitter all day talking about this same thing, and it seemed like I might be the only one who wants to keep Mike McCarthy. So
and you know what, bro?
I'm
gonna say this here as a non-Cowboy fan. It's got to be a headache to be the coach of America's team, so-called America's team. Let me change that. Oh my God.
You said it right.
No. I said
what you mean so-called America's team? What you mean
so-called to be the coach of America?
What you mean so-called America's team, bro?
So-called, dude. So-called. Come on, man. Y'all going off an old name that was given to y'all in the 70s. Come on, man.
Just mute his mic. Just mute his mic, bro.
Anyway, it's got to be. I mean, to come to work every day, do a great job, or do the best job you can, and want to be fired every day. That's got to be. I mean, that's a shitty feeling. To sit here and go there. Listen, I've coached Hall of Famers, and I've gotten less scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? To say that I've won in one of the toughest divisions out there with a Green Bay Packers squad, and I'm getting this kind of scrutiny. It's terrible. I ain't saying I would quit, but I would feel like that every day when I'm doing look. I'm the best job I can, and every day I'm being scrutinized this way to either be fired, let go, or by fans like yourself who don't like me, and I ain't even did nothing to you.
You know what I would do?
He ain't the only coach who's been to that. Corey, he's not the only coach.
I'm gonna tell you what I would do if I was him right quick. I would underhandedly go out here and check with some of these other teams and come back the last minute, let Dallas know I'm gone. I'm going to the Giants.
The Giants.
You're breaking up. I didn't hear nothing.
He said he'll go to the Giants if it was him. He'll wait till the last day.
I didn't hear nothing, G.
Last minute when they can't get nobody good.
Look, you ain't gonna get nobody good. You'll go to a team and you ain't gonna get nobody good. You'll be wrong for doing that.
If I can throw a pot shot at Dallas, then I'd do it. My bad.
You do anything. Look. All right. Speaking of some more coaching vacancies, Matt Nagy wanted to talk about. Now, I hope my guy hasn't left yet. I think he may have, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. Chicago Bears, man. They have Dan Quinn as one of their finalists, and there is another coach that's one of the finalists there as well. There is no rumblings of Harbaugh anymore, y'all. It sounds like Harbaugh didn't make the cut. I think there was two coaches
I told you that
were there. And
You lucky, son. You lucky.
I think they're saying, I just read it down. Who is it? I know. Oh, they made Ryan Pohl the new.
I can't hear you, G. You're breaking up. I can't hear. I didn't hear nothing you said, dog. My screen's going black. Everybody's breaking up.
Hold your phone up.
What's going on?
I think it's just you, baby boy. So it's rumored that Dan Quinn is going there for his second interview, and he's actually going to Denver as well for his second interview. I was one of the ones who said I think Dan Quinn might stay, but
let him go. Give him a chance. Let the man go. Don't try to hold the man now. Give him a chance to be a head coach again.
I'm about to say, what you saying now?
So Matt Nagy was saying that he don't want Dan Quinn there. He's a Bears fan.
Matt Nagy?
Yeah.
Matt Nagy?
Matt Nagy.
Dang, my bad.
Yeah, Matt Nagy said he doesn't want him there.
What I see is they saying that Dan Quinn, Jim Caldwell, and Matt Eberflus, defensive coordinator for the Colts.
For the Colts.
Yeah, for the Colts.
Yep. I like Matt Eberflus. He's a hell of a defensive coordinator. He's actually from the Cowboys. He came from the Cowboys. He's from that Dan Quinn tree as well.
Matt Nagy is one that got fired, right?
Matt Nagy he's a coach that got fired, but this guy named Matt Nagy too.
That's why I got confused.
I was gonna say, why has Matt Nagy hired? I mean, hating on him. He just got fired.
Yeah, that's what got me until I saw this comment right here. I said, why is Matt Nagy saying that?
He just got fired.
Yeah. Matt is a Bears fan as well. So Matt's been following us for a long time. He's been subscribed for a long time, man. And he got me with that a long time ago. So,
he does not want Dan Quinn.
Head coach for what's that,
man? Give me 1 second, fellas.
All right. So, do you think DQ deserves another chance? Matt Nagy asks, man, right now. Chuck?
Yeah, give him another chance. Everybody deserves a second chance.
Yeah.
And if he leave Dallas, that's all good for me too.
Prince.
Yeah, I mean, I think he deserves another chance. Most definitely, dog. I think we should all keep our. Oh, okay, my bad. If Dallas, listen, let me see, because y'all broke out, so I'm catching everything coming late.
Okay, Dan Quinn is going to Chicago. You think he should go there and get another chance?
No, I think he should go to the Dolphins.
They didn't interview him.
I know, but you're asking me what I think, though, right?
Yeah,
you get a second chance.
Yeah, for a second chance.
Yeah, I think he deserves a second chance, definitely. But I don't think Chicago's a good fit for him
right now.
Yeah, I think he'd be a better fit in Dallas. I think for sure. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry, in Miami.
Okay. So,
No,
Corey,
roommate.
what do you
What
think,
in
man?
the hell?
What do you think, Corey?
Corey just flying by the seat of his pants.
Okay.
Corey.
Oh. Okay, what I do?
You all right, bro?
Hey, okay. I had some strong feelings about this because initially I was hoping that Harbaugh, was gonna be like a feel good story and then a not so feel good story for my buddy over there. I wanted to see Harbaugh. I wanted to see Harbaugh make another NFL, comeback. You feel me? Now, as far as DQ is concerned, let me tell you something, man. And I think I said this once before. Coming to Atlanta, you can't do nothing but go up. The only thing about this is the franchise that he's going to right now. Chicago has had some up years and then some down years. They've had some gangster defensive good years. Should he get a second chance? Of course. You just always wanted to be the best scenario. Now, Chicago fans are a hard fan to please. In my opinion, the Falcons fans, we were a simple fan to please. Just don't lose. Compete and you'll be fine. Just don't lose the way we lose,
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I had I want DQ to get a fair opportunity. You see what I'm saying? The Cowboys have showed the masses what a little time and I ain't gonna lie to you. He did the same thing for the Legion of Boom that he did for the Cowboys. You bring it back and show what you can do. Then they go, listen. Hopefully you figured out the do's and don'ts from being at the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? You can only learn from our being the Cowboys. I'm sorry, being the Falcons head coach.
No, you meant that. You meant that.
No. I mean, he's getting his opportunities, but y'all not giving him credit. Y'all bashing McCarthy. Y'all not giving DQ credit for what he's done for turning over this defense. Y'all bash McCarthy. Yes, you did. So he's not getting it, but he's getting coaching interviews.
I never bashed DQ. DQ was the best coach on the team.
No.
No. But
okay. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He turned down a unit that was terrible the last couple of years. Turn around to where we didn't know their identity.
He hired by who?
We came around, dude. It doesn't make no difference. He came around. He turned around the team that we the unit that we didn't even recognize. Okay, listen, fellas. I don't want to cut y'all off, okay? Because Corey's not gonna let this go. But I'm running out of time, and I got questions to ask y'all. If y'all don't mind.
You got questions?
Yes, because I'm running out of time, and I want to get these in here. And you ain't gonna let nothing go. You're gonna keep on. Okay, thank you. Okay, first of all, fellas. All right. Now we're gonna go this real quick. We're gonna go to NFL. Okay. I want to see if you guys who you pick are the best battles. Who do you have in the best battle in the games coming up? Okay, here we go. Chase, Jamar Chase or Tyreek Hill. Who's gonna have the better game? Who's gonna have the better game? Chase or Hill?
Hill.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Chase.
Okay. G. Corey.
I'm gonna go with Chase too, bro. I'm the long.
Why y'all hate on Tyreek Hill? Why y'all hate on Tyreek Hill like that? Y'all think he can pull it off?
I think he just said who had a better game. I think Chase is gonna have a better game.
I'm the Lone Ranger.
You know, G. Okay, we're gonna move. We're gonna move on, G.
Okay,
Who you going with?
I'm going with Chase. I think you guys might think I'm crazy, but I think Cincinnati might pull the upset. Wait,
man, I don't think they're gonna win. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna win. I just think they go. I
think for Cincinnati to win, Chase is gonna have to have the best game out of all of our receivers. Period.
If I had an answer to why I chose Chase, the past 4 games he's caught for over 150. Hill has only done it once.
Yeah, last game.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Debo Samuels, Cooper Cup.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Oh, that's not no hard choice for me. I'm going with
I'm going
homeboy.
Cooper Cup. I'm going
I'm
Cooper
going with
Cup.
the homeboy.
Okay. G, you're going with Cooper Cup. Okay. Chuck.
I'm going with my homeboy, Debo.
Okay, he going with Debo. Corey.
I'm going with Debo too, man. As much as Cooper Cup has gotten the most receptions in the league this year, I think Debo is a Swiss Army knife too, man. All it takes is for him to catch fire, and Coop gonna get his regardless. But Debo is a game changer, you know.
Okay.
I'm going with the game
Okay.
changer.
I'm going with Cooper Cup because Debo's going to be asked to do a lot against that defense, and your boys are going to be on him. So I think Cooper Cup is going to get more play, more receptions than Debo trying to be a running back and a wide receiver. So okay, here we go. We're going to do quarterbacks now. Okay, Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes. Don't forget, don't forget though, you gotta incorporate the defenses too. So you gotta realize the defenses are coming at them. So you gotta think about that before you guys just think about stats. Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes.
I gotta think about Mahomes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mahomes. He just did what he did against the number one defense in the NFL. Mahomes.
Okay. Hey man, but you know what? You can't act like teams haven't played to the point like that to get to where they are and then have a letdown. So okay, I got you, Chuck. I got you, Corey. G.
Yeah, I'm going with Pat Mahomes, man. I think Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, man. I'm going with Pat.
That man throw side on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I picked the upset, so I'm going with Joe Burrow. Okay, here we go. We're going with Andrew Donald or Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa.
As far as who gonna have the better game?
Defensive, yeah. Gonna have the better game. Donald and Bosa. Donald and Bosa.
I'm going with Bosa.
I'm going with Bosa too.
I'm going Bosa.
Darn.
Okay.
If I'm the 49, it's gonna be 2 men on Donald every time he line up.
Yeah. No, it ain't. Because you got what you call on the other side.
You got
Not
you got Miller.
Von Miller. Yeah, they were both doing their thing.
I'm hitting
you
in
can't
the
double
knees.
up.
I'm hitting him in the knees.
But listen, you guys know what's so funny? When Von Miller and Donald rush at the same time, they have less sacks. And they have less sacks. So when one is being caught up and the other one's free, they have more sacks, man.
But let me tell you this too. What do you do against a guy who likes to rush all the time?
The quarterback gonna haul
You
ass.
run at him. You run at him.
Mm-hmm.
You run at him. So
I'm
they
gonna
gonna
run
run
at
at him.
I'm gonna run screens. I'm gonna run draws.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Check this out. My wife said if I didn't do this, I wasn't gonna go get no steak on Saturday, so I had to make my next 3 questions. Green Bay. Ugh, my God, I'm about to be sick. But anyways, all right. If Aaron Rodgers retires this year, what quarterbacks do you think were better than him?
What quarterback do we
all
think?
time or just this year?
All time. I mean, well, you know what? Let's do an era where he's been playing. Because if we go back to like Joe Montana and Dan Marino, I mean, for the people, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go since he's been playing. Let's do it like that.
How many you want?
I mean, just give me one. I mean, who do you think is?
Brady.
I mean, one solid one.
Brady.
I mean, come on. We know Brady is, but come on. Let's make it kind of interesting. Besides Brady,
Pat Mahomes.
Yep.
And even though he's played less years, right?
Yeah. I'm going Pat.
Corey?
Breeze.
Okay. Chuck?
I'm going Pat Mahomes.
Okay. All right,
Matt
cool.
Ryan. Matt Ryan.
Yeah, okay.
Got more yards.
Then,
Got more yards.
no, I mean, then I should go with, Tony Romo, then, right?
I'm saying
I
Matt
thought you said
Ryan
during this
got more
time.
yards than him. I go with Eli. Eli
Aaron
got more yards.
Aaron Rodgers played against Tony Romo.
I give you one more. I give you another. Eli.
But okay,
Eli.
all right, I get you. Okay.
Eli got a
Yeah.
Eli got
Well,
a
Eli,
better Hall of Fame resume than
yes,
Rodgers.
that is true. That is true. Okay, let's move on. Let's go. Okay,
Phillip Rivers.
boy, stop it. All right. All right. Now,
If
Aaron Rodgers does not retire, which team should pick him up? Who do you think? Okay, put it like this: if Aaron Rodgers does not retire, which team do you think he has a better chance of winning Super Bowl with of the teams that have non-quarterbacks?
Just to play the game that you asked, man.
That's not a game, man. It's serious commentary. I'm so disgusted by that comment.
No, because
I'm hurt.
He's not going nowhere.
I just learned today that
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Even if they would have to trade because he still has
okay
left on his contract, and
exactly
they would have to give up $27 million of dead cap space if they
I
lose
understand that. But teams have done more than that. When they when teams had went for Wentz, they gave up a lot. When they went for Cousins, they gave up a lot. And so so the teams that you think they need a quarterback, I think Pittsburgh, if they could get him, he would be a better fit. I think he could do some things in Pittsburgh. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. I like Denver.
Okay. Denver.
Pittsburgh may be a good fit, but I saw where Juju want to go play with Mahomes.
Oh.
Okay, Chuck, but that's not the team. That's Juju. Chuck, who's your team?
That takes away his receivers. I would say it does make a difference.
People don't like Rodgers. Let me say that too now. Like
I know, but he can't throw the ball.
But
he can't throw the ball. He can't throw the ball though.
Hey, y'all know this Larissa's team, y'all. We gotta keep this Larissa's team.
I would say a better chance of winning, I would say Pittsburgh. I think he has a better chance of winning in Pittsburgh than he does in Denver.
Okay. All right. Okay. Corey, you better not say Atlanta.
No, he ain't coming to Atlanta. First of all right, I'm doing this to play the game. So I'm gonna say this first. He's not leaving Green Bay.
Second,
in order to play the game, I would say San Francisco. They get rid
of
Jimmy G.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
They go back home.
That's a good one.
That's a real good one.
That's a real good one.
That's a good one. Okay, last question.
That'd be tough.
Last question, fellas. Yeah, that'd be real tough. Last questions. Okay, if Rodgers leaves, who wins the NFC North?
I would have to say Minnesota. Yeah.
Okay. I'll go with Minnesota. Corey?
In the NFC North?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The question is, if he leaves?
Yes, if he leaves the NFC North, what team wins? What is it? It's Minnesota, it's Detroit, Chicago G, and what's the other one, G?
Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it is Minnesota. Yeah.
Okay. Last two. All right. You think they're going to trade James Harden by the trade deadline?
No.
No.
You guys really don't. I mean, they're terrible.
They're terrible. They're missing KD and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kyrie's a part-time player, and no telling when KD's coming back.
But the only way they would trade Harden is they guarantee to get somebody that's that much better or just as good.
Well, they're talking about Ben Simmons, or I can't think of the other person I'm talking about, switching him for. I understand, but I'm just saying what they've been speculating on.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade Harden for Simmons. No pun intended.
And they're also talking about Dame and Lillard getting up out of there too by the trade deadline. Would you trade Dame Lillard for Harden?
No.
You playing? You got Kyrie and Dame playing the same position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now since AD's come back, do you think the big three is back? And do we need to get to the? Do you think the only way we're going to make it to the playoffs is in the playing game since AD's back? G.
No, I don't think that's the only way. I think if we trade AD, we'll be able to
What?
probably make it.
Man, you know what? You know what, G? That's not even funny.
What's wrong?
But,
That's not even funny, bro.
but the thing about that, Prince, how long is
What?
AD gonna be back for?
Right, trade him
But
White.
still,
Trade him White.
You
still.
better get him White healthy.
Get him White healthy,
No.
man.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Okay, he's getting healthy. He's still a dominant force inside. You're gonna tell you guys are just seriously telling me you'd rather keep Westbrook than Anthony Davis? Are you, seriously?
Neither
After
one
me and
of them.
Corey, they had that discussion. I know, but you got to give up one. You can't let
Need somebody
you got
that's
to give up
dependable.
one.
Need somebody dependable that's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys are disappointing. Corey,
I'm not on your team.
what the hell is
Hey man,
what is
listen,
that, bro?
AD is. Look, I'm saying. I think I've given the stat before. He's been in street clothes more than he's been on your team with y'all.
I understand that, Corey, but it comes down to the rubber hitting the pavement, dog. When we're in the trenches, and we need. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
If the rubber's hitting the pavement, then he riding on slicks. He ain't
No.
getting nothing.
Come
you
on.
know.
Come on, bro.
Look, okay.
Oh, wow.
If you want my opinion, real quick. Okay, listen. If I had to give my opinion, on it, hey man, he's falling into my category where you robbing
But you
the team.
already
Man.
said last time you would give up Westbrook. You already said you would trade Westbrook.
I think I
Last
also
show.
said that AD was wasting y'all time too, bro. I don't like neither one of them on your squad.
You guys are killing me, dog. You guys are killing me.
Okay, one of your dudes
You
can't
guys are
shoot.
killing me.
One of your dudes can't play. You know, because he
You're
always
killing me,
hurt.
bro. You
What
killing
you
me.
mean?
You killing me, bro.
You do a 2-for-1, a fire sale. Get why they
No,
both
dog.
put them together.
Dog. This is not
Put 'em together.
anime. We're not doing a fire sale, bro. No.
You get rid of them too. Huh?
Oh my god.
Let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
Let me tell you what the Atlanta Hawks have just done. We got
Here
rid
we
of
go.
2 good guys, and we've been on a 4 out of 5 game win streak. Sometimes you do that, and it'll change the team around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
G, really? No.
I think we play like this right now because we want to be 24-24 for this day right here. That's our record right now on the day that Kobe passed away. 24-24. That's our record, man. We did that for a reason. Now we're gonna go on a streak after we trade Anthony Davis.
All right. Hey, you know what? Whatever. I'm not even tripping with y'all. All right, man.
So you telling me street clothes is going to – okay, let me ask you this, Prince, then. I'm going to just ask one question.
Okay.
What chance do you think that the Lakers can finish the season off and AD not miss a game?
I think it's highly unlikely. But I don't think if you miss a game, I'm being hopeful that it won't be more than a week or two. I mean, I'm hoping, but you never know. You never know. I'd rather have Ben Simmons for Westbrook anyway. But
you want another problem, child? You want another
but you know, at least he can play defense and he's young and he's gonna stay healthy. So I mean that's what it is.
He up here, he gone up here. You don't want
we don't know. Maybe everybody needs a change. Maybe I even new scenery, bro. Except for you know, yeah. Well, no. No.
Y'all need it.
Except for Carson Wentz, he plays terrible everywhere he goes. But hey, man, thank y'all for no shots. Thank y'all for letting me get my questions in.
Hey, Mike had it right.
Get my questions in.
Real good. It's gonna make a difference.
Okay, I'm gonna
make a squad.
Oh my God. Hey, I got to go, fellas. Thank you for letting me get my questions in. Much love, and we're gonna do this again on Sunday.
As you turn up the corner.
All right,
your
All right, no.
Hey,
peace out. Hey man, mute his mic, man. Mute his mic, bro. We losing viewers, man. What did you let them sing like that, dog? We're losing viewers, dog.
It's jumping off at the minute,
When AD
guys.
Look,
Hey,
Oh
when
my
he
AD
started
put on his
singing. We
winter
down to
coat,
5 viewers. He started singing.
We're gonna be down to 2 in a minute. All right, fellas, love y'all. Go.
All right, man. We'll let
All
you
right,
do,
man.
bro. All right.
hey man, somebody need to send that song to AD. And look, it's all that work. He gonna put on his winter coat, his favorite winter coat, and go out the door. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Hey, overtime rules. Overtime rules in the NFL, man. Do y'all think they should make a change to the NFL rules of overtime?
Make that change.
No,
No, Chuck, no.
no.
Yes.
Because if you change it, and what are you going to change it to? What if you change it to somebody still going to be dissatisfied or disgruntled? You're not going to please everybody.
Okay.
I think the question came up because they just want it's I'm not saying it's unfair. I'm not saying it is fair. I think what the fans want to see sometimes is the other team have an answer. When we watched that game the other day with Kansas City and Buffalo, and they showed Allen sitting there, the commentator said, if only he had a chance, we could see what he could have. I think they because he was just sitting there like, because he knew it's it. You know, the first one to score wins. But I think what they want to do is at least give the other team an opportunity to see what they can do. I don't know how they can fix it without, if it's gonna be like college, you only get. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually like the college, the college way it's handled. You know what I'm saying? They can twerk it a little bit, but they give the other team an opportunity. Now I go to 4 overtimes. It is. I know the NFL don't want to do that, but if it's a sudden death or it can be a kickoff, after, like, say if you go 4 overtimes and it ain't working, you get the kickers involved. All right, start at the 45 or the 55. Who got the longest yard? I mean, add some more, how would I put it, excitement to it. You know what I mean? If it were me, after both teams had 2 opportunities, all right, we're gonna start at the 45, and the kicker got to kick with the opposite foot. or you bring the kick a field goal. Listen, what number big 75, what 85, something to break the tie, But I think they just wanted to see they wanted to see what'll happen if the other team could answer, as opposed to just I got my ball and we gone, I want
the reason Allen was sitting like that because he wished he had called the other side. He wished he called the other side of the coin.
Yeah,
man, why that call? I can't remember what he won with, but he said, man, why that call head if it was tails? I can't remember what it was, but
I think we had said it before. You gave Mahomes too much time. It was just too much time.
13
and that's
seconds.
What he was looking at. Huh?
13 seconds.
They got 2 plays off.
Yeah.
2 plays.
They got 2 plays off. And then how many was it left? 3 seconds left and spike. So really 10 seconds, right?
No, well, they had a timeout. They had a timeout.
Oh, they had a time. Oh, yeah, that's right.
They had 3 timeouts, really.
Yeah, they had them all. And the Reed didn't burn not one timeout until that time.
Yeah.
But if you know you're going to overtime, you know the rules, and you're going on defense, you got to put your defense to the side and say, hey. And that's the number 1 defense in the NFL.
So check it out. So really, okay, so what they're saying is you don't have a chance after the coin flip. That's really it. Once you get it, whoever get the coin flip has the better chance of winning the game. If you have a dominant offense.
Yeah, I think they said 11 out of 13 teams this year have won it.
They got the ball first.
Yeah, they got the ball first. And I think that's why it's now becoming, they saying it may be a problem. But they've already changed it one time. Like, you don't have to let them score a touchdown. If you hold them to a field goal, you get a chance.
Right.
Y'all are giving up touchdown. They're giving up touchdowns now. Like,
these teams are going for the score. Yeah, these teams they're not going for we're gonna see if we can get there, get close and kick. They want to score.
Right,
yeah,
but
they want to end the game.
They made it easy. Like I think it was 4 plays. And them bad was in the end zone. Like
Hey, there. Yeah. Listen, that last catch by
by Kelsey.
yeah, he could. I mean, it was put in the right spot, but like you said, 4 plays and we out. You know, but in that game, in that instance, like I know if you were me, I wanted to see more. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see more. That was a great fourth quarter. You know, the crazy part was when we got off the show, that last 2 minutes of play. You know, hey man, that was a lot of I would say a lot of basketball. That was a lot of football played, and you know, man, listen, that's what I'm saying. So if they come up with they got to come up with something that makes some sense from a fan standpoint, you know, excitement level, all that little good stuff. But I want to see them change it though.
You want to see them change it? I'm with Chuck, man. No, it's a team game, so it's like you giving somebody a participation trophy, man. Hey, I know y'all didn't do your job, man. We gonna give y'all another chance over here. Nah, your team got to do the job. The team is made up of three things, man. Your offense, your defense, your special teams. Everybody got to play a part, and your defense didn't hold up to their end of the bargain.
But hold up, G. But that's what I'm saying. By that time, the defense is spent. You know what I'm saying? You expect them to play hard. I mean, it's the fourth quarter. They play hard just to get there at a tie game. You know,
time out, baby. Time out.
Yeah,
you got to regroup. You got to make a play.
You got to make a play. But what I'm saying is, all right, put your team in that same position. When you sitting there and Allen is red hot at this point, he just need a little bit more time. Like you said, I just need a little. Give me another play. Give me see what I can do. They just want to see more. You know, there's a reason why it came up. Like you just said, there's a reason why this came back up to the NFL ruling group. You know, they want to talk about it. You know, hey man, can we do something different? You know.
So and I've always heard like, well, in the football game, 60 minutes. So what were you doing in them 60 minutes?
You were trying.
You
were trying.
Now you don't win another 5 or 7 minutes or whatever it is, 10 minutes in overtime. Another 10 minutes in overtime, and now you want them to help you out some more, man.
Who's the help going to though? If it's a tie game at this point, who's the help going to? The team that the next team that's like after that first team scored.
Yeah, the team that can't stop nobody.
So by my team driving down the field and scoring a touchdown, I'm gonna win the game. Now I gotta kick off to the other team just to see if they can tie me again.
Right.
Yeah. I think yes.
Come on, Corey. Come on now.
I need. Hey man, you know how somebody go, hey man, give me a chance, make my money back. You know? Hey man, give me a chance.
No,
but okay, why do they allow college to do that then?
Why they do what now?
Why do they allow college to do that?
I mean the overtime they do in college?
Yeah, that's it. Why did they allow? Look, each team get a chance to get the ball. You start on the 45 and see if you can score.
I don't know. Same thing they do in high school.
Yeah.
I'm saying if it's universal, I mean, why is the NBA? Why is the NFL
when you get to that next level, you're supposed to be moving up. So the game changes as you go up by levels. In high school, you get the ball at the 10-yard line and go in. In college, you start out at 25 and go in. So now in professional, you play the game. And you stop me and keep me from winning.
You sound like your brother. Forget you. The Falcons always need another chance. You're right. That's why, look, hey, man, give me another chance.
So as you progress in levels of football, then it's going to change. It's going to get more difficult.
Football should be the same. Basketball ain't no different. Basketball is, the same way. All 4 quarters, Ain't no overtime. I mean, it is, but I mean, it's the same rules. I'm saying, like, I think college, I think the NFL should change their rules a little bit. Be universal.
They did change it. They did. They have changed it. They haven't always been this rule.
Well, change it back.
No, but before all you had to do was kick a field goal.
Yeah,
I remember that. The first one to score. Yeah, the first one to kick. Yeah,
right.
So,
but that's what I'm saying. But it's always been the same thing. The first one to score. Take out the first one to score.
But kicking the field goal, getting the field goal range is going to touchdown.
Yeah, that's
the rule is if you score a touchdown, game over.
Right
now, if you kick a field goal, I get a chance.
Yes. Right, that's what it is now.
That's what I'm saying. Do it.
You don't want that.
Do it. Right? No, I want a chance. I want a chance. Hey, look. In my opinion, overtime should be shared for everybody. You want some overtime?
It is. Both teams get to play.
No. I want a chance to shoot. Hey, I want a chance to shoot.
Okay. If you want a chance to shoot, and me and you playing against each other, then you got to stop me.
You got to stop me. Steal the ball.
And then you can shoot.
When you play 21, or you play to 11. And just make it take it. You gotta stop me. You gotta stop me. If not, you don't get the ball. I'm not gonna say
you gotta win by an odd number. You can't. Hey, look, if you go back down to 10. Remember? Hey, you missed. Go back to 10. I still get
you gotta win by an odd number. Then when they score a touchdown, they'll start kicking the extra point.
Look, that's the reason why they do that. You got to win by odd number, because even number, or you go back down to 10. So that's the reason behind that on making a take. Listen, I know the rule too. You get a chance. You see that? That's a chance.
Oh man!
Look, so somebody. Well, I heard Matt Barnes on All the Smoke. He said, how about this? How about we let you choose where to put the ball at? All right. Whether it be on the 10, whether it be on the 50, whether it be on the 35. And then the other team gets to choose whether they want to take the ball or play defense. So if you put it at the 5-yard line, and they say they want to take the ball, they get to go right from right there.
And then go down.
And then their score is over?
Yeah.
So that's even easier.
Yeah, that's a lot easier. But
that's hood ball all day.
You made a choice. You made a choice.
That's hood ball all day.
Hood ball, man.
That's like those two guys in the Olympics that say, listen, hey, we can play with each other, or we can both take gold. You know, what you want to do? I want to go. Yeah, you want to go? I want one to do. You know.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on, man, before we get off, fellas. We'll try to get off in like 8 minutes. But hour and a half.
So we picked the one of the 49ers and Rams game last time, right?
Did we?
I think we did, because that game was over with. I thought we did.
The Rams and 49ers? No, I haven't put it down yet.
Okay, I thought we picked it. We couldn't pick the second game because Kansas City and Buffalo were still playing.
From
Sunday night.
I think we talked about it, but I don't think we officially picked. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do y'all want to jump into this MLB Hall of Fame?
I do, man. I do.
I know y'all baseball heads, man. So
I'm not a baseball head. Corey a baseball head. I got a few viewpoints on it, though.
Okay.
No, I'm not a baseball head.
Me neither. But Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, and Curt Schilling, they are no longer on the ballot for the Hall of Fame.
Curt Schilling Curt Schilling still got eligibility.
Is he? I thought they said all of them was a 10, number 10. No, he got some more.
Curt still got some time. I think he got. Yeah, he still got. I think he got 2 years left. I think he got 2, maybe 1, but.
But Clemens and Bonds are done.
Huh?
Clemens and Bonds are done.
They're 10. Yeah, they're done.
They're 10. Well, give me your thoughts, man. I see a lot of people on Twitter are upset about this.
All right, let me start with this here. All right, so let me clear up Curt. I think Curt still has some years, but what happened with Curt was Curt told them to kiss his ass because they were so. I'm serious. He was like, y'all suck with how y'all choose. He said, take me off the ballot, and the writers didn't like that, right? So
they're very sensitive. Very sensitive.
So I'm gonna say this here. So Curt, he had nothing to do with performance enhancing drugs, anything like that. It was just he just said, listen, y'all can suck it. Take my name off the ballot because some of these guys need to be in. So this is my thoughts on the Hall of Fame, right? Baseball was my first love, right? So now when you contribute to the game, whether negative or positive, now this is just my opinion. This is my opinion. So if you contribute to the game, if your performance has contributed to the game to add to the sport another level of it, I think you should be in the Hall. The Hall of Fame just means you brought fame to this part of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Now, what they've done is they've given the power to 305 beat writers, television personalities, reporters, which of almost 90% of them have not played the game. They followed it but didn't play. I ain't gonna say 9, that may be a little high, but they were saying a high percentage of them they followed it but didn't necessarily play. They were fans of it. They were writers first before they were fans. So you give these guys a vote. All right. So I'm gonna use the perfect example. Derek Jeter should have been the first unanimous Hall of Fame to get 100%. There was one guy who did not pick him because he was like, I'm from Boston. I just didn't choose him because I'm from Boston. Which was, it was terrible that you use your vote to say, look, I just didn't like him because I'm from Boston. I'm a Boston guy. He should have been the only first unanimous 100%. Every vote should have went in for he got in the Hall. I'm just saying he should have been the first unanimous guy. They did the same thing with Ken Griffey Jr. Should have been unanimous. You know what I'm saying? I think it may have been, I think Ken Griffey may have went out before, but one of them two should have been unanimous. All right. So let's talk about Bonds real quick. Evidence show from our eyes that he may have used performance enhancing drugs because he came back. He said head was big, body was big, and then this was in his 40s.
But this was the time that everybody was using, right?
Right. So this is when this is when Major League Baseball was making so much money off the home run, off the long ball. They didn't test. They didn't care. It wasn't an issue. Now, what some people were saying is, at a certain period of time, even if, I'll give you another stat. Do you know who the first pitcher was to throw 100 miles an hour?
Randy Johnson?
No. Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan was the first pitcher to throw 100.7 miles an hour. 1979. First one to ever do it. Now, you got 4 players on every team who got a guy that can throw 100 miles an hour. Evolution has changed the game. So they were talking about when Hank Aaron, wrote the record, or when Babe Ruth did it. The average pitch was 70-something miles an hour. That was fast back then. It was 70. A breaking ball is 70 miles an hour now.
Right.
So now you got guys that, like you said, Bonds was hitting out balls, at 100 miles an hour, but you still have to have the hand-eye coordination. No matter if I took creatine or the clear or something, I ain't gonna hit the ball though. You got guys that ain't even got caught because they still terrible, though they done took performance enhancing drugs, and they still ain't good.
Right.
Sammy Sosa was the opposite. Sammy Sosa was terrible, took performance enhancing drugs, got caught, and then act like he couldn't speak English anymore. So that's why he got caught. Sammy, did you take? Hello, I'm Sammy Sosa. Then when he went on trial, you looking at your guy like you can't talk. Sammy, you know English. You can speak. Palmeiro, he got caught. Now, had you said that you did it, you'd be in the Hall. But I just feel like 700 plus home runs needs to be in the Hall, maybe with an asterisk by it. You have still now this is the thing. He was a Hall of Famer before he started doing what we suspected was a performance enhancing drug. He was a Hall of Famer then.
Mm-hmm.
Roger Clemens was a Hall of Famer before they said that maybe he took something like that. Bone enhancement is what he did. It wasn't on his body. He took a bone enhancer, what made his bones heavier. You know, I'm like, who knows that? You know, who knew that?
Right.
All right, Mark McGuire. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, Mark McGuire. It looked like when he was at the bat, he had a pencil in his hand because he took a lot. Yeah, but the crazy part was they never got caught. They never got caught because they didn't test then. By the time they started testing, it was. But so what I'm saying to you is, you still have to produce. You still have to hit the ball. You still have to be able to throw a strike. You still have to be able to make the difference in it. Now, my whole thing was they were Hall of Famers, and this came from Hank Aaron. They were Hall of Famers before they did it. All they tried to do was just, you know, they wanted to still play the game, so they end up taking some stuff. And is it right? No. Now, my second thing is this. Remember when creatine was banned in high school? Or remember when creatine? Now it's on the shelf at Kroger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now they got different enhancers. But what Big Papi is the only one that got in.
David Ortiz.
So, Yeah. Ortiz got in, but he in his I think they say his 13th season, he had, you know, he got caught up in it, and he was saying, look, my trainer gave me this. I'm still a hitter. I don't play. I'm a DH. I'm a designated hitter. You see what I'm saying? You know, I didn't do it purposely. My trainer gave me something, and and he wasn't even in the United States. He said he was at home. You know, he was like, and then the rule is different over there. He said because he played for the Dominican team too. He was like, I got caught up in it, you know, with my home team. But by the time I got back, I'm good. So they gave him a pass on that. I just think that you shouldn't give the opportunity to the writers. In a situation like this, you come up to your 10th year and the writers don't vote. Now, both of them got over 60%. They want you to have 73 or either 77%. But they still got over half the vote at 67 and 69%. You just short because one writer even said, I didn't like interviewing with him. Yeah. It wasn't even, it was a personal situation. Right. If you have contributed to the game over 700 home runs, you need to be in. It's wrong, but put an asterisk by it because you came at a certain era, but you still had to hit it. So, what y'all think, man?
So,
I kind of tend to agree with Corey. You know, before the accusations came up, both of them had already done what they needed to do to get in the Hall. And then it's all accusations, like Corey said, all accusations. So if it's, you have to tell me that you're going by accusations to prevent me from going in the Hall when you have no definite proof of what you're saying I did.
The glove don't fit. You look. That dude's stupid. It might be right. He is a Trump fan, though. But
I think they both maybe should have gotten in. But I guess it's not for us to say. But so with them, with this being their 10th year, that means that by no form of fact they can get in now.
No, it goes to a committee now. There's a I think there's a players committee, an old players committee that can still get them in.
Okay.
So they have an arbitration, like I said, committee.
Okay.
16.
They still have a chance. There's 16 committee members
16,
who will meet to consider retired players no longer eligible for the BBWAA vote, along with managers, umpires, and executives. The committee is made up of players already in the Hall of Fame, executives, and veteran media members. The election will be held at the winter meetings in December, although that event may be canceled. Has been canceled the last two winters. It's possible.
And and then another guy, Pete Rose, his play, this had nothing to do with his play. It's what he did, I mean, listen, this dude was playing. He was a manager and he was playing, and then on the phone and go, "Hey, I'm finna get a home run. Put $1,000 on it."
Yeah.
Charlie Hustle. He was betting on his own. Now, this is the crazy part was with Pete Rose. This is me. I'm betting on me, not on you. I'm betting on me. I'm finna hit this thing. Put $1,000 on it. Bet.
Right.
I can't bet on myself. No, you can't do that. You betting on the game. No, I'm not. I'm finna tell you I'm finna win. I'm finna go to third base. Put $1,000. Put $1,000 on it. The only thing was he wasn't talking in the dugout. He was on the phone with Las Vegas. Put $1,000 on it. All right, I got you.
Wow.
And he ain't made any sense. You know.
They say if you should be in the Hall of Fame if you cannot tell the story of that era without you in it. So you can't tell the story of Major League Baseball without Barry Bonds, without Pete Rose, without Curt Schilling. Like those players played major parts in Major League Baseball.
Curt Schilling came in game 4 with a broken tendon, bleeding on his ankle, you know, and throw 6 shutout innings, you know, and win the World Series. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this question. If you were a beat writer, if you were a reporter, if you had that vote for basketball, football, you know, because mind you, I think they got 300 in baseball. I think they got 100 and something in basketball. You know, I said you get a vote.
Mm-hmm.
And let's use when Kobe Bryant should have been a unanimous 100%. There were still some people who did not vote for him. Do you agree that should you be able to vote when situations like with Kobe, he wasn't unanimous? It should have been like he was unanimous that, you know, on his first ballot he got in, but everybody didn't vote for him. What happens when you put personal issues involved in it in your vote?
Yeah,
I don't think writers should be involved in it. I think it should be former players, coaches, you know,
Hall of Famers.
I don't like you said, writers, if you don't talk to them for interviews, they holding grudges.
Yeah.
And they're gonna hold on to that, man. So you don't get other players to vote writers into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So why
He got some good questions. Yeah.
No. So why are they using the writers to put them in the Hall of Fame? I totally disagree with that, man. I think that needs to change.
Yeah, I agree with that also. I think, like you said, it should be coaches, former players, people that's actually been in the game and been involved with the game personally.
Right.
Not sitting back and observing what people are doing. And like you said, they can hold the ultimate grudge because I wanted to do this interview. You decided not to do the interview with me, but you did the interview with somebody else. So now I'm forever hold a grudge with my vote. Because
I think the question was, like with Kobe, you know, he made it on his first ballot, but when they asked that question, what beat writer didn't vote for him?
Right.
Or what beat writer left it blank?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Who didn't vote? Who didn't, you know, why did it not become 100%?
Right.
You know, who didn't care about I ain't gonna vote. Because like I said, if you don't vote, it's like, you know, they don't give it to you. But let's say if you left it blank, you know, didn't turn it in. You know, what beat writer didn't vote? You feel me? So, yeah, it's a lot of power for guys like that. But
yeah,
they should be in, bro. They should be in the Hall.
They should. All right, man. We tried. We went over 9 minutes.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, great show, fellas. Great show. Before we get off, I see I put down underneath we have on our little banner, man. We're gonna have a KPG giveaway for our listener. With the most people, they get to subscribe to our show. It's a contest. We're going to end it on February 28th, 2022. What we want y'all to do is tell a friend about KPG. Have them go subscribe to the channel, like, and in the comment section, have them put your name. All right. The person with the most names in there that has subscribed, they will win 2 tickets to a Hawks game.
So I was a listener at one time. So do I qualify to win?
No.
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 Prince Franklin said if he wins, he don't want Hawks tickets. We'll talk about it. We'll see what you want.
You're a speeding ticket.
Oh man.
But yeah, so that's what we'll do, man. And we'll try to implement some more stuff to get the viewers involved, engaged, to keep them coming back, man. Just let y'all know that we do appreciate you all for tuning in, man. Y'all can be anywhere else, but y'all come in and join us and have fun with us, man. So we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. James Littlejohn, Mike Franklin, my boy Matt Nagy. Hey, man, I'm sorry we didn't get to your question before you got off, but I know you go back and watch it again, man. You'll see we talked about your Chicago Bears and Mike and Dan Quinn. Larissa Jones, thank you so much for rocking with us. Remember, Larissa, tell your friends, man. Tell your friends about us too. I know you be plugging the show. We appreciate it. Everybody else that was out there, man, we thank y'all. We're still trying to get y'all off of Facebook. We're trying to get y'all over to YouTube so we can, build that subscribers up. So we can start adding some commercials to this bad boy, some more sponsorships. So we appreciate y'all, man. For my guy Chuck, HBCU champ, my guy Corey Davis, and for our guy Prince. Man, we'll see y'all on Sunday. Y'all got anything, man?
I'm good.
No, I'm good.
All right. And we normally go out on, our thing, man. But we're gonna give it one more again, man. Tribute to our dog, Kobe Bean Bryant, man.
It's gonna be all right. What?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I ain't gonna watch it. Peace.
Peace.
Somebody get that man tissue, man. Hey, somebody get that man a hood. Crystal, get that boy a hood. Hey, go take that shirt off. Get too emotional. Take that shirt off, put it back on the hanger.
I see y'all, fellas.
Later.
All right, later.
All right, baby.